calling on the energy of the cards to reveal to us whatever we need to see, hear, understand, and know. We thank you for the magic of the cards, and we thank you for the channeling that comes through. Thank you for letting me be a vessel to bring these important messages through. So for past, present, and future cards tonight, I got 2 reversed cards and 1 upright card. Can you guess which is which? You're about to find out. The first reversed card I pulled was for the past. Makes sense. I have the reversed Ace of Cups. I'm sorry. Reverse. Whoop. Cha-cha slide, anyone? I pulled the Ace of Wands. Sorry. Reversed as well. This is our past card. An Ace of Wands is usually a very exciting card. When you pull it up right, which I just had a client pull very recently, and she's making a lot of shifts and changes. Ace of Wands means new beginnings. Exciting ones. Quick change. Wands are a sign of magic. Do you believe in magic? That's the theme song of this lunar circle. This Ace of Wands represents magic and transformation, but when it's reversed, it does represent that change, but it means it's going to be a little slower. It's going to take some patience. It's not going to happen as quick as we expected. We may be experiencing some challenges and delays. You know, I think that's a pretty appropriate card for our past right now. We have experienced a lot of challenges and delays. Life is different. It's certainly changing. It's not in the way we expected. It's kind of in an upside down, what is happening? Who would have thought this whatever kind of way. That's the reversed Ace of Wands for you. So this card is reminding us to, look at our past, but remember that it's all part of the process of change. And change doesn't happen overnight, neither does evolution. And this is going to take some time. We've got to be patient. We have to embrace our own magic along the way and trust in our ability to create our reality and to do what we need to do to continue to believe in that magic. We follow our heart. We trust in our joy, heart chakra, sacral chakra, green, yellow. So we just follow our heart. We trust our intuition. We believe in our magic. We continue to co-create our reality. And we just know that it's going to take a little bit of time. Just like these past 2 years have seemed to crawl along as my throat chakra clogs up there. For the present card, upright, judgment. Talk about present. By the way, I have a written interpretation of this tarot reading on my website. You can also find it on my social media, but it just kind of links you to my website. So just go there. The number 20 and 2 of them. 2020. XX 20. Double vision 2020. Yeah, there's been a lot of judgment that's come out of 2020 and everything that arose during that time out of the waters. Notice the ocean in the background. This card also has the planet of Pluto on it. There's Pluto up there in the corner. And Pluto is the planet of, power and control, currently in retrograde. And, I think this is a time when we're really taking back our power on multiple levels. We don't even have to talk about how. We're just taking back our power personally, collectively. There's been a big shift in power. There's been a shift in what we give our power to, in our energy and our focus. And Ultimately, the Judgment card rises up to say, hey, it's time for a judgment detox. Thank you, Gabby Bernstein. Full moons are a time of release, right? This is in the present. It's a Pisces full moon. There's the ocean. It's time to release feelings of judgment on ourselves, on how we've behaved or taken action or lack of action over the past few years, how we've aligned or misaligned through this great awakening and this shift. We also have to release judgment on others, which I think is really strong right now. And even myself, I battle with this. And I thought it was so funny that I pulled this card for tonight, because I always feel like these readings, affect me on a personal level. It's a personal reading as much as a collective reading. And I had just said the other day, as I found myself judging, I said, man, I really need to do a judgment detox because I'm a Libra. I judge. It's what I'm assigned to the scales and judgment. It's what I do. But with this autumnal equinox and this full moon, I need to really work on that because it misaligns me. So if judgment is something that you are challenged with, I invite you to release it. This is an angel of truth blowing a horn to wake us up, to say, hey, face your truths, face your shadows, come to terms with your shadow side, your twin, that XX, take a good look in the mirror, so to say. And then this is your opportunity for redirection, a spiritual awakening. We are going through a spiritual awakening right now on many levels. And I think this full moon in Pisces is saying, hey, there's a lot of wisdom to be learned right now and over the next 2 weeks. So take advantage of it. Call on your angels to guide you. Call on your protection energy. Call on your dragons. Call on, that ignition of your kundalini. Ask for the kundalini to be activated so that you can harmonize, so that, the more the kundalini rises, again, another topic for another day, but the more the kundalini rises, the more we rise up into a higher evolution, a higher frequency, a higher consciousness, holy consciousness, Christ consciousness, Magdalena consciousness, Christos Sophia consciousness, the original consciousness. The original truth is that we are all God, Goddess, holy beings. We all have dragon energy inside. We all have the magic. But it's up to us, we have free will. We have divine free will to make change. We always have the opportunity to redirect and begin again. This is where the full moon comes in. This isn't a new moon, but it's a time of release. It's a time of redirection. If it's a time for you to let go of judgment, it's a time for you to arrive into a new you. Shed your layer, shed your skin. Do better, be better, rise higher. Rise up out of your waters that weigh you down. It's a good card. And then, spoiler alert, I already pulled it to show you, but our future card is the reversed Ace of Cups. Cups are a sign of emotion. Ace is a new beginning, right? And it's a little upside down. We feel as if we've been tossed about in our oceanic storms. We are now capsized in our boat, upside down. We are treading water. We are trying to survive. We do not know when help is coming. Everything seems a little dark and bleak, a little watery. But fear not, because we still have the ability to survive. We still have the ability to survive this. But again, it's going to take time. Reversed cards mean patience. challenges, more work to do. And I think this reverse cups is also inviting us to dive deep down into our emotional waters, into our womb space, into our shadows, and also down even deeper, down to the oceanic ground, down to the bottom of the ocean, our root chakra, more ancestral stuff that we've been kind of like pushing away into the murky waters, or, like dumping out at sea. It's time to start looking at all of that stuff as well, because it's going to get toxic. It's going to fester. It's going to become a wound if we don't start to address it now. Ace of Cups is all about balance. The reversed Ace of Cups is about balance in our life, our, especially our home life, our family life, our balance in our generational bloodline as well. It's a time for us to ask ourselves, how can we find more emotional stability, and how can we not only cultivate it within ourselves, but create it all around us? Okay. So this reversed Ace of Cups being pulled for a future card under this full moon in Pisces is saying, hey, do the deep work. Do the deep work. Dive into your shadows. Dive into your waters. Understand yourself better so that you can reprogram during this retrograde season that's continuing until December. We're going to come out of it in between a little bit of October and a little bit in December when it wraps up. But this retrograde season is a time for you to bring up those things from the surfaces of, or from the depths of your past. Let them rise up, but deal with them so that you can reprogram and you can redirect. And when we start to move forward in 2022 and just into the unforeseeable future, you're going to feel more right side up again. You're going to be able to float again. You're going to be able to go with the flow of this river of time. Okay. So the reverse Ace of Wands. Change is on the horizon. In fact, it's already happening now. We're deep in it. It's already begun. But it's not going to happen quickly. It's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of faith and a lot of trust that it's all for our greater good. Under this full moon of Pisces, it's time for a judgment detox. Let go of those lower frequencies that hold you down. Rise up into your holy higher self by facing your truths and understanding that that other side is just part of the balance, but you always have the ability to emotionally alchemize it and to vibrate higher. And as we move forward through the rest of this lunar cycle and the unforeseeable future, the Ace of Cups reminds you to do the deep work so that the future is different for yourself, for your family, for your bloodline, for the collective, for generations to come. How blessed are we to be doing the work now to raise the collective and the vibration of the future.